Welcome, everybody. My name is Karen. I'm going to be your host for this afternoon, and I am so excited to be here with you today. In the chat is Jen K. She's going to be popping on, giving you guys a wave. If you were here last night, you were probably working with her, and she's going to be dealing in the chat with any issues that you may or may not be having. It has been a little bit. I've been, Christy, I was doing some stage managing in the mornings and then a couple. Next month, I'll be a little bit in the beginning of the month, a little bit at the end of the month, but not in the middle of the month because I'm heading to Barcelona for a couple of weeks for the Sailing World Cup, which is going to be exciting. So I'm coming to you right outside of San Francisco in Marin County. So if you're familiar where Sausalito is, I'm about 10 miles from there. And actually our headquarters is in San Francisco. So I am a little bit away from them. I bet you do miss Northern California, but right now it's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty windy, which is making my little pup Snickers a little clingy. So if you see him in my lap, he may be jumping up in a few minutes. Is there anyone that this is their very first social? If so, please let us know in the chat. We are going to be looking at page 13, our gratitude log, and noticing nature, page 19. And as Jen is saying, make sure the chat is set to everyone if you're wanting everyone to see it. Otherwise, just Jen and I can see it, which is absolutely fine. But if you're like, why is no one commenting? That would be the reason why. Okay. Those wonderful community guidelines, be kind and courteous to yourself and others, no promotions or spam, though we are proud of you if you're an author, you started a new business, etc. Respect for everyone's privacy. This is like Vegas, which I'm actually going to this weekend. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in Sonder Club stays in Sonder Club, even if you see one of us in the wild, including what it is that we share as facilitators as well. Obviously, no hate speech or bullying. Limit repetitive product and accessory questions. Those are great to ask in Sonder Club on the app. Any customer care inquiries, like if your dog ate your journal or it hasn't gotten there, please email hello@silkandsonder.com. Jen and I do not actually work for headquarters, so we are unable to look into your account. We don't have any of that information as much as we would like to help. Please remember that team is kind of a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 type team. So give them a little bit of time to get back to you. And then remember, Sonder Socials are a tool to help elevate your emotional health through the power of community, but you're responsible for your own emotions, well-being, and decisions. Now, some things in this social or any social might hit beautifully with you, and sometimes they may not. And if they don't, excuse me, I think I'm about to cough for a second. Okay, if they don't, it is perfectly okay not to answer that question. It is perfectly okay to listen to the music and color. It is absolutely okay for you to just disconnect and say, this isn't right for me tonight. And there are definitely times in all of our lives that we feel that way. And by the way, if you like Waterloo and you like creamsicle, the orange vanilla is absolutely summer in a cup. So good. 0 calories. Can't believe it. I don't know how they do it. I feel like it's like magic. So we are going to be diving into freedom as we have all month. Our agenda for tonight, we have our opening activity, and it's not a super emotional one, so I don't think you'll need any tissues handy. We're going to look at our gratitude log on page 13. Now, I know we're already 20 days into the month, so I'm going to give you some other ways to be able to repurpose it or some other ways to kind of look at it when we get there. And then we're going to be doing noticing nature. Now, with noticing nature, I'm going to show you some beautiful pictures of trees that you can use for inspiration. But if you happen to have outdoor internet or you're on a phone and you can walk to some place where you can put some earphones in and take your journal with you, I absolutely would encourage you to do that when we hit to that point. It just makes it a little more special. But if you don't worry, we got you covered. Like I'm tethered right now to here, but I can see a beautiful apple tree right outside my window. Our opening activity is absolutely, I like was reading Monica. I'm so, she froze, log back out, log in. Okay. Well, we're glad you got logged back in, Monica. Absolutely. And Laura, your houseplant can absolutely work for your tree. I have no problem with that whatsoever. So remember, the opening activity is not in your journal. If you are brand new here, this can be done anywhere. It could be on a sticky note. It could be on one of your notes pages in your journal. It could be in your scratch pad in your weekly spread. Anywhere absolutely works for this. So find a blank page, sticky notes, your thoughts journal, etc., wherever. This is called summer declutter. I don't know about you. I have hoarder tendencies and I live with a minimalist, which has really helped me because I was not taught to keep a house or how to keep things under control. So I'll be sharing a little bit of my vulnerability on this one for sure. Write about areas in your life or work, living or working environment that feel cluttered or restrictive. Reflect on how you can reorganize or redecorate these spaces to feel more open and free. Okay. So those of you who have been with me at Silk and Saunders for a long time know that it was a really big deal for us to be able to move into this house, and we redid our backyard. One of the things that we did when we redid our backyard is we put a sliding door in the master bedroom. So we moved our master bedroom from upstairs to downstairs. And though it's been a couple of months and we do have a king size bed down there now, we haven't stopped to think about what is going to function best for us in that space. So I have an old table from Target and I have a rolly cart from IKEA that used to be something that would slide over the couch that you could sit and journal. And so that's what I'm using for my bedside table. So um, beside that should have a space. Beside my bed needs some decluttering. Finding a solution for electrical charging. And I will say one of the best 30 something dollar purchases I've made is I bought something that will go into our outlet that will allow me to put USB and regular plugs and mini USB so it can all kind of be there together. But I have a place for the Apple Watch charging, your cell phone charging, etc. I have a lot of electronics. I have, an Aura ring. I have the Apple Watch. I also have a tracker to help me pace my body so it doesn't trigger a migraine. So I got a lot of those different types of things. And so that's one of the issues that I need. Skincare. I love skincare. I'm not great at keeping it, but it's kind of disorganized. But I like to keep it beside the bed because I'm going to be more likely to use it if I keep it beside the bed. My water glass. I used to have a pretty decanter. It broke. I probably should do something about that as well. I have a candle and a lighter there, electronic lighter, so at least it's pretty and doesn't leave dust or soot. I have amazing heating pad that I use for migraines that I fasten around my neck, and I like to keep it plugged in and close to my bed so that when I need it for cramps or my neck or anything, it's right there. But my bed, I can't slide something underneath. I also have an acupressure mat that I utilize quite often for back pain, including the pillow in my lower back when I'm sitting reading. So, I need everything close at hand, but I need it to not look cluttered so it's a more peaceful environment. So I'm really going to think about shelving or containers that I can make this look attractive and make it more peaceful. So I'm going to go back to our opening activities slide. I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about an area in your home or work environment that could use a declutter and what you might do about it. I love how Gloria and Kate related it into boundaries. And if you haven't looked at your boundaries sheet in the journal this month, it is a good one. And we actually did a social on that. That was pretty powerful. Now, granted, the chat's what made it so powerful. It wasn't me hosting it. I can tell you that. It was the people there. But the recording is available. If you haven't worked through those pages, it is pretty valuable. So, why gratitude? What are the benefits of gratitude? Well, it does improve our physical health. It helps improve our sleep. It improves our psychological health. It increases empathy. It reduces aggression, more social connection, and enhances our self-esteem and improves mental strength. Hopefully, you cannot hear my chihuahua barking in the background. Um, I know that there's a lot of things. He's going crazy in the other room. I have a feeling that my food box is being delivered as we speak, and he's hearing someone come up the stairs. Oh my goodness. So, oh, someone just slammed a door and scared him. So hopefully you'll be quiet. I wanted to you can hear him. Yeah, I'm sorry. Usually he's pretty good. I tried to keep him in here with me, but nonetheless. So I'm taking a different perspective on gratitude today, and I hope you will be willing to take the ride with me. Those of you who don't know, I am a Pilates instructor and a health coach. And I definitely even have a gratitude tree in my studio that I have leaves and encourage people to be able to add to their gratitude tree as they go. I find in general, a lot of times, yeah, that the song at the beginning, definitely, that it's easy for us to find gratitude outside of ourselves. Sometimes it's, a partner or friendships or the sun that keeps, the moon that keeps going around, et cetera, et cetera. But a lot of times we have a hard time finding gratitude for our own bodies, myself included. I was in the studio yesterday doing a workout and it was hot and it was just me and I didn't want to turn the AC on. So I took my shirt off and worked out in my sports bra. And let's say that those side angles of a mirror are not necessarily super flattering all the time. You're not posing. Our body looks different as we move. And if you have a hormone fluctuation, our lower belly becomes a lot bigger. And instead of beating myself up about it, I accepted it. I touched my belly and I said, thank you. And so I am going to go off camera and I'm going to lead you through a meditation that I've done at a workshop at our studio. I will admit this one did make me a little teary. If you are someone who has a hard time accepting your body for its physical state or what it is that it can and can't do for you, if you're someone who has chronic pain and fatigue like myself, sometimes it can be very frustrating when your body won't do what it is that you want it to. But I do love this meditation, and I hope it will make you feel a little more gratitude for your body. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to lower the music a little bit, but I'm going to leave it going, and I'm going to take you through a quick meditation. Now, if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can lower your lids. You can lay down in your bedroom if you're nearby, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, here we go. Going off camera, putting on the music, turning the music down so it's a little more background. I want you to take a deep breath in and take a deep breath out, making the exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. Breathing in through the nose, filling the belly, maybe even putting your hands on the belly, feeling it expand like a balloon. And exhaling, feeling the ribs knit together as you squeeze every atom of air out of your lungs. One more deep breath here. In through the nose, feeling the belly expand. Exhale, letting all of the air leave the lungs and feel the belly deflate. Now take a moment and notice, are you feeling any tension in your body? Maybe it's your jaw, maybe it's your shoulders, maybe it's your lower back. I invite you to scan through your body In any area that you find is really tense, now remember, no one can see you. Maybe it's your forehead. Whatever is feeling tense in your body, I want you to tighten it all up and release it. I'm gonna even tighten up my fist this time, my forehead, my toes, every part of my body. And I'm gonna tighten everything up, shoulders and all, and release. Now I just want you to simply sit with your body. Check in with it. Taking the time to pause everything and connect. Feeling that rise and fall of your breath. Following the breath, noticing the unique rhythm of it. Now take some time to disconnect from any mind chatter. Overthinking or scattered thoughts can prevent us from engaging our physical body. With a few deep breaths, let your thoughts clear. Anytime you feel your thoughts dominating your mind, come back to the breath and clear it right back out. Now connect with your head, moving the forehead and the face. Consider your eyes, how important they are to you. Everything they take in, how they help you identify faces, internalize information, and appreciate beauty. No pair of eyes is exactly alike. Your eyes are completely unique, like snowflakes. Consider the beautiful colors and intricate dimensions of the eyes. Connect with your ears too, admiring their dynamic shape, their ability to listen and to hear out loud or in your mind. Repeat, thank you, eyes. Thank you, ears, as you sit in appreciation. Connect with the nose and the mouth now. Taking in a nice deep breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Express appreciation for the natural filtration system of the nose, the tiny hairs that help filter the air that you breathe. Offer thanks to your lips, your strong teeth, the tongue that allows you to enjoy every variety of flavor. Repeating, thank you, nose, thank you, mouth, as you sit in appreciation. Moving down the spine, feel the strength of these important bones. The bones that keep your body erect and moving. Straighten the head, neck, and back as you repeat. Thank you, spine. Thank you, back. Now connect with your arms, bringing your attention all the way down to your fingertips. Connecting with the muscles here and the delicate bones of the hands. Hold appreciation in your awareness. Repeat. Thank you, arms. Thank you, hands. Shifting your attention to the chest now. Once again, notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest and abdomen as you breathe. Feel your heart beating in harmony with the rhythm of your breaths, repeating, thank you, lungs. Thank you, heart. Bring attention to the abdomen now, the core of your body. Breathe into it, considering all the organs that make up your strong core. the stomach and intestines and their many important jobs and functions. Repeating now, thank you, core. Thank you, stomach. Moving down into the legs. Feel the strong bones here and the muscles that help you walk. Connect with your feet, appreciation every tiny muscle and bone here. And repeat, thank you, legs. Thank you, feet. Sometimes when we connect with the body, we become critical. You may have noticed your mind drifting into judgment as you explored your body. If so, take a few moments to return to the areas where appreciation was a challenge. Sit with these body parts and allow any and all thoughts to surface. Now, clear the mind, once again using the breath, creating a blank slate, making room for appreciation, clearing away the dark thoughts, the doubts or negative self-talk, and seeing your body for what it truly is, a remarkable vehicle, a true gift. Your body protects you. It nourishes you. It allows you to experience everything that life has to offer. Take a few moments to treasure it. Appreciating it for its uniqueness and divine beauty. Feeling appreciation flowing from the top of your head, flowing into the spine, down the arms and fingers, spreading through your chest and abdomen, down into the legs and feet, feeling your whole body glowing with gratitude. Now begin to let your breath return to a rhythm that is natural to you. With the inhales and exhales. Open your eyes when you're ready. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And return to the social. So with that in mind, we're going to be moving into our gratitude log on page 13. As I mentioned before, we are 20 days into the month, and maybe you've been working on this log. Oh, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it, Esther and Gloria. I found that one really powerful for me. Absolutely. I definitely felt tears come to my eyes the first time I went through it, and definitely feels well needed for sure. Now, in the past, when we did gratitude, it was a jar. So if this speaks to you, absolutely, you can either choose to do a jar on a notes page, or you could choose to draw a jar over the top of the page that you are. And there's some examples of different ways that people have represented it. Now, I also am throwing out there, this could be done in multiple ways. Maybe a gratitude tree is something you want to do. It could be a tree that you are adding leaves to, or if you're a crafter, you could write down on your gratitude page and create something with a tree leaf and an old vase to be able to add those leaves to. A flower, if that appeals to you, and each of the petals seems less restrictive than trying to come up with 31 things at one time, which you don't have to do. Please don't feel like you need to. That may also be an expression that you might enjoy. Another thing that might speak to you is this was shared in Sonder Club, and Bailey was kind enough to share it with me. And it gave some writing prompts for those 21 days. If this is something that, or 31, 29, this was 39 days. So that must have been in February. We have 31 days. But if this appeals to you and you like these starters, and this could be done in your weekly spread, it doesn't need to be in the gratitude log. This could also be done in your one thing in the top of your weekly spread, not like the one where the meal plan and everything is. So yeah, definitely I like this one. I thought it was really powerful as well. In addition to this, you may want to think of gratitude in different areas. Well, we talked about the body, right? And you heard the song at the opening, and we talked about thanking our body. And yes, I understand, like, not all of us have 20/20 vision. And I understand that all of us can walk, but there are a lot of things that we do take for granted that our body a lot of times can do. Now, not for everyone, and I do understand that. So, sometimes life can be really difficult when our bodies don't want to do what we want them to do. And so I want to make sure if anybody is feeling that way, that we leave space for that. But there are also plenty of other things that you can talk about: your family, your friends, good health. And yeah, I have health problems, but I can also appreciate other things that are good about my health. Um, Job, food, that we have it to be able to eat, that I have sweet potatoes in the oven as we speak, that I'm going to be able to throw together a healthy, delicious, fiber rich meal for myself and my husband. Education, pets, regular sleep, weekends, fresh air, nature, clean water, music, books, technology, mentors, teachers, your home or apartment, me time, growth opportunities, choices, transportation, diversity, challenge, knowledge, journaling, arts, and creativity. So any of these things can absolutely work. I'll go through these slides again. If you want to take a screenshot of this one, I'll give you just a second. I'm going to go off camera and give you time to work. We'd love to know what you're working on. Are you going to try a tree? Are you going to keep it as is? Are you going to try a jar? Do you have a different idea? I like the quotes idea too, Claire. I think that's super fun. It could be song lyrics. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Remember, this is your journal. There's neither right or wrong way to be able to do it. But look who decided that he needed to join me. It's windy outside and he's a little freaked out. So he'll probably be here the rest of the social. We'll see. Those thankful for puppies. I have to say that he's a huge comfort to me. My husband travels a lot and I'm home alone a lot. And if I didn't have this little guy, my life would definitely not be the same. Kim, that's a good person to be grateful for. So we're going to be moving on to page 19 for noticing nature. As I mentioned before, if you have a plant you want to use, if you want to step out into your backyard, if you are, you have your phone dating, you're streaming on your phone, you put your AirPods in and go sit by a tree with your marker, all of those things are perfectly acceptable. So true, we're never alone with our dogs. So here's some examples of other noticing ones. You can see someone over here made a beautiful dahlia. I mean, that's a gorgeous. He's like, I'm down with that, Mama. The wings a little less. And it's gorgeous. And I love everything about it. And then the one over on the right is mine. And you can see that, it's not particularly artistic, and that's okay too. And I give you both examples so you can see that this can be something that's absolutely beautiful and artistic, but it doesn't have to be. Either way is absolutely fine. Okay, so instead of doing the sheet in one go, we're going to break it down into multiple steps. So the first question is, what do you notice about the trees? Remember, this can be a tree out your window. It can be the tree on the screen. It can be your house plant. It can be the tree in your backyard, your front yard, wherever it is that you are. Pam, I love that. How trees grow asymmetrical balance is what I notice and amaze me. Oh, I would love to be in North Carolina at fall. I'm not going to lie. That's one of the things I definitely want to do. Everywhere I've lived really hasn't had much when it comes to seasons. But my mother-in-law is in North Carolina, so one of these days it's going to happen. Okay, so we looked at number one, what we notice about the trees. While you explore, what sounds do you hear? Moving to that next line. Looking at question 3, take a deep breath. How does the air smell? Now, I admit that if you're looking at my pictures because it's dark outside, this is going to be a little hard. So maybe you put yourself mentally in a space that you have been in before and you recall some of those memories. Stephanie, I'm so glad that the smell is beautiful instead of smoke for a while. It's been having a lot of wildfires where I am as well, and it definitely is hard. Um, Shelby says the air here is fresh and almost sweet. There's a cool dampness that comes with the redwoods. Oh, Shelby, there's nothing like walking. If you've never been in a redwood forest and you walk on the pine leaves, it feels like you're walking on the most fragrant, spongy bed ever. If that's on your bucket list and you've never experienced it, please, please do. Your trees in autumn, so a bit of cinnamon and a bit of dampness in the air. Kimberly, I'm so ready for fall. I'm right there with you. Ida says recent rain shadows leaves a shower leaves the air smelling so fresh. I love it. Two trees rubbing against each other in the wind, kind of holding each other up after reading The Hidden Life of Trees. It felt pretty magical. That is a really good book. Christy, love that. Okay. Looking at our next section. So I bulked this together. So you are going to be looking at the bottom half of page 19. If you feel the power to draw, that's absolutely fine. If words work better here for you, or a sticker, I won't tell anyone, I promise. What do you like about the tree? How does the tree look? What colors are in the tree? love all the book suggestions about it. And The Giving Tree is a classic. Man, I used to read that in my classroom, but I never made it through without crying each and every time. We're going to be wrapping tonight up, sharing your pages. Please do, especially if you repurposed or you drew a jar or your rainbow or whatever it is you did for the gratitude. It may inspire someone else to fill out a page and give themselves a boost of happiness. I must admit, looking at a page with 31 lines on it can be quite intimidating. So if they see somebody else with a journal prompt or a drawing or something like that, it might encourage them, and then you've given someone else a boost of happiness. Refer a Friend is still going on. Also, the QR code for an annual membership. Someone, I think it was Kim, who was saying that their friend recommended Silk and Saunders to them. Well, same. I would never have done that if it wasn't. She's no longer a member, but I have been for many years now. And then there is that survey link and that YouTube channel in there. I'm going to throw my playlist into the chat here. And I loved Monica's idea of finishing with Colors in the Wind, and that's what I'm going to do. But I do want to say two more things before we close up and talk about that beta. And I have 3 minutes, so I'm good. I was looking for body positive music, and one of the ones I hadn't revisited in a long time was TLC Unpretty. If you've never seen that music video, or if you have, and it's been a long time, man, it was powerful of seeing this beautiful woman sitting with a man adjusting her body on a screen and how it felt. And so I thought I was going to finish with that, but I'm going to finish with Color in the Wind. And then one last thing I want to say is that I'm going to put it in the chat. This is a company I very much believe in. I'm not affiliated with it besides the fact that I wear it and I carry it in my studio. If you are looking for fitness clothing that is all inclusive from extra, extra small to much larger sizes, and you want something that is not Athleta prices or Lululemon prices, and you want to support a woman designer, and especially if you like feminine things, check out Pop Flex. Just for a kick. I even have biker shorts that have like a ballet tutu over the top. I absolutely love them, and I love supporting a woman-owned business that is not $1 million to buy a shirt, and that shows you what it looks like on all different size women. So there. If you have not indulged in a sticker set yet, it is awesome. The evergreen ones are quite fun, as well as the monthly ones that do match. And then if you have not become a part of the private beta and you want to, here is some information on that. And you can take a screenshot of that, as well as this is what it is that people are loving: personalized reading and coaching plans, daily, weekly habits, things that are coming, swap feature, tailored results, self-discovery, homework, and the share feature. So I wish you all a very beautiful night. I hope that our meditation made you a little more grateful for your body. And I hopefully noticing nature made you feel a little more thankful for the trees around you and the rustles and the wind. I'm looking at a gorgeous apple tree, hearing the wind blow through it as we speak. We'll close out with Colors in the Wind, and I put that playlist in if you like the instrumentals with the nature sounds in the background. Have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day.
So many places, I guess it must be so, but still I cannot see if the savage one is me. How can there be so much that you don't know? You don't know. You own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think the only people who are people are the people who look and think like you. But But if you walk the footsteps of a stranger, you'll learn things you never knew. Have you ever heard the wolf cry